Welcome to Kalinado. Today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 love triangle movies. If you enjoy this compilation of movies, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned until the end of the video and share your favorite film with us in the comments. Number 10. Happy Ending, 2023. Director, Josia Duke.
If we at least one time had a threesome. The next one's on me.
A young woman quietly unsatisfied in the bedroom by her boyfriend puts their relationship to the test when she proposes to open up their life to a third person. Luna and Mink are a symbiotic couple celebrating their first anniversary. Mink doesn't know that Luna has been faking since the beginning of their relationship, and she's kept it a secret for so long that she doesn't dare bring it up. Aware of her problems, her best friends encourage her to experiment in the bedroom, and Luna introduces Mink to an exciting idea. A threesome, and after spending the next evening with climate activist Eve, Luna's life is completely turned upside down. Number 9. The Threesome, 2025. Director, Chad Hartigan.
You're on the pill.
It's hard to remember, you have to take one every single day.
Jenny?
I need to talk to you, Connor.
A man thinks his ultimate fantasy is finally coming true, participating in a group affair. Once the act is complete, the three individuals face real-life consequences that force them to take responsibility for their actions. Connor and his longtime crush Olivia engage in a threesome with a sweet, alluring stranger named Jenny. This encounter sparks a relationship between Connor and Olivia, leading them to plan a life together. However, their romance faces challenges when Jenny reappears, thrusting all three into a difficult journey toward true accountability and adulthood. Number 8. Curiosa, 2019. Director, Lou Genet.
Je n'ai pas pu être ton mari, alors je serai ton amant. Je vais t'apprendre tous les vices, Madame de Régnier, même ce dont tu n'as pas idée.
Paris, 1895. Pierre Luz is a Parisian poet on the brink of fame. Both he and his friend Henri de Régnier are hopelessly in love with Marie de Heredia, the promiscuous daughter of his mentor. The young woman decides to ignore her feelings for Pierre and marry Henri, who enjoys a better social and economic situation. Hurt and disheartened, Pierre leaves for Algeria, where he meets Zora, a local witch with whom he shares a passion for photography. The two end up establishing a passionate and wild relationship until Pierre returns to Paris a year later. Once there, he must navigate the reunions and conflicting feelings he feels for the young woman who spurned him for lack of resources. Number 7. Song to Song, 2017. Director, Terrence Malick.
It's a love story.
I'm a walking in the rain.
In this modern love story set against the Austin, Texas music scene, two entangled couples, struggling songwriters, and music mogul cook and the waitress whom he ensnares, chase success through a rock and roll landscape of seduction and betrayal. 3 days of wildness and madness unfold in Texas, a show featuring more than 130 bands from around the world, featuring classic and alternative genres of rock, indie, country, and electronic music. The story of two love triangles who find their common ground and see their lives connect without being able to prevent it, mingling with the rhythm of this emotional chaos. Number 6. Heartbeats, 2010. Director, Xavier Dolan. The film tells the story of three good friends who end up suffering and embroiled in a love triangle that threatens their relationship. Francis is a young man, Marie is a young woman, and the two of them are best friends. Until the day the gorgeous Nicolas walks into a Montreal coffee shop. The two friends, instantly and equally infatuated, compete for Nicolas's indeterminate affections. A conflict that climaxes when the trio visit the vacation home of Nicolas's mother. The frothy comedy unfolds through narrative, fantasy sequences, and confessional monologues. Number 5. Eternity, 2025. Director, David Frayne.
I wanted you to have a life, but I wanted us to have a chance to have one too. That is so romantic.
I can be romantic.
After death, Larry finds himself in a very strange place that resembles a bustling fair. Crowds of vendors offer endless afterlife possibilities to interested parties. Larry's assigned coordinator tells him that he has exactly 1 week to decide where and with whom he wants to spend eternity. In the meantime, his wife Joan arrives, so everything seems clear. But only until Luke, Joan's first love, appears and has been waiting for her at this transfer station for 67 years. Joan must decide. Will she choose for eternity the man she has spent her entire life with, or the other man who promises her the life she could have lived if? Number 4. Materialists, 2025. Director, Celine Song.
See your face. I see wrinkles and children that look like you. So where does that leave us?
After the lyrical Past Lives, 2023, which tenderly imprinted itself in the hearts of many viewers, director Celine Song returns with another look at relationships, but this time from a slightly different angle. Materialists follows a world where possibilities play a leading role instead of memories. Dakota Johnson, as an exclusive matchmaker, balances between the past, Chris Evans, the present, Pedro Pascal, and what could have been if. Against the backdrop of sun-drenched New York, full of beauty, charm, and wealth, beneath the surface of glittering parties lies the question of whether love can also be a matter of choice. And what are we willing to exchange for the illusion of certainty? Number 3. Never Let Me Go, 2010. Director, Mark Romanek.
And they would be given a few years together before they began their donations.
Why do you do that thing, squeezing Tommy's shoulder?
3 young spend their childhood in a seemingly perfect British boarding school. Despite being raised to be heartless, the 3 develop a committed friendship that will last throughout their early years. This is an adaptation of a novel by Kazuo Ishiguro. Kathy, Tommy, and Ruth spend their childhood at Hailsham, a seemingly idyllic English boarding school, where they discover a dark and disturbing secret about their future. As they leave school and approach the destiny that awaits them, love, jealousy, and betrayal threaten to tear them apart. Number 2. Challengers, 2024. Director, Luca Guadagnino.
Hey, come hang out with us later.
Want me to come tuck you in?
No, we just keep talking.
A former tennis prodigy turned coach transformed her husband into a champion, but to overcome a recent losing streak and redeem himself. Tashi's dream was always to dedicate herself to tennis and become a world-class player. However, fate and her abilities meant that this wasn't to be. Now, with her aspirations far behind her, she works as a coach for her husband, Art. Her husband started out as a rather unsavory player. One might even call him mediocre, but Tashi's skills made him a Grand Slam champion. Now, with her husband's career slumping, she signs him up for the Challenger tournament, where he will reconnect with his past. Number 1. Vicky Cristina Barcelona, 2008. Director, Woody Allen.
To be perfectly frank, Juan Antonio, I'm engaged to be married.
And you?
I'll go to your room, but you have to seduce me.
Vicky and Christina are 2 young Americans with very different views of love. The former is a rational, committed woman. The latter is always seeking new experiences. One day, the 2 decide to spend their summer vacation in Barcelona. There, while visiting an art exhibition, they are immediately drawn to Juan Antonio, a talented young painter who is still seeing his ex-wife, Maria Elena. Later, Juan Antonio makes a proposition to Vicky and Christina to travel with him to Oviedo to visit the city, drink good wine, and make love. Vicky is dismayed, but Christina tries to persuade her to embark on the adventure.